Outdoors Bound tonight, we all need to be bear aware. This is the time of the year that black bears build and move into their dens. George Noliff of the WFXR Outdoors Bound team joins us with a story and why it's a big concern. George.
Drew, if you're out on a hike or fishing or hunting or even just working on your property, the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources wants all of us to look out for bear dens. How y'all doing there, folks? Female bears especially will den up at this time of year to birth and nurse cubs. That can happen anytime between December and early spring. Now, bears don't really hibernate here in Virginia. It just doesn't get cold enough. So bears will remain active, but they'll stay close to their dens. And it's easy to stumble across a den because bears will build them in hollow logs, brush piles, rock outcroppings, caves, holes, even underneath porches and crawl spaces, sometimes near where we live. If you're hiking and come across one, the DWR says give the den some space, leave it alone, and if you happen to flush the bear and there are cubs in the den, don't worry, walk away, because mama's coming back.
Sometimes the female bear might get nervous and decide to run off. She's likely to come back. So again, just leave the area. If you do flush the bear away from the den, just get back away from it, leave it alone. She's likely going to come back that evening once it gets dark and quiet and return to that spot.
Now, we want to stress bears are no threat to people unless they're startled or feel threatened, but usually they'll just take off. One other word of advice: if you take your dog on hikes or walks in the woods, keep them on a leash. That way they won't get into the den and disturb the bears. And that's really the main point of all this. Be bear aware. Don't disturb them while they're bedding down and nursing cubs through the winter.
And George, you mentioned bears. How are they doing in Virginia?
Really great, Drew. Bear numbers are strong in Virginia. We are in an area where we have a lot of them too here in Southwest Virginia. Something interesting that I found out: black bears are in the order Carnivora, which means they can eat meat, but the majority of their diet is made up of vegetation.
All right, George, thank you very much.